Hello.
There we go.
Hello,
Hello. Whoop.
Sorry, what?
I said whoop.
Oh,
Whoop.
whoop. I thought you were saying we are or something, then you cut off, and I was like, what?
No, just whoop. There we go. Just testing the my lip sync. There we go.
Oh.
All right, welcome in everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in or welcome back, depending on if you're new or if you're not. And if you're on the watching this on YouTube, hello. I'm gonna start out by saying that if you like what you're seeing, even though it's just been like 2 seconds, do hit that subscribe button and do hit the like button on the YouTube. It helps out a lot. So today it's gonna be fun. we're gonna do a lot of digging. Basically, I have been doing my best to mark out elevators all over the place, so we can make sure that the corruption does not afflict us more than it has to, and hopefully also find the shimmer, even though I have only made it the blueprints not the whole way but most of the way on the left side, and the shimmer should be on the right side.
Yeah, it's same side as jungle, right?
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
side of the
same
jungle.
side,
Yeah, it's on the jungle side. So we can pretty much just take our own hole if we want to. Or we can
But
do
then
the
I
same
want
hole.
to see you guys.
Yeah,
One
we
thing
gotta
team,
do
by
it
the way.
together.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, all right. Well,
All together.
this is definitely the first hole here.
Also, we should probably get obsidian skin potions.
Oh, why?
Also-
isn't that
Oh,
enough with the boost?
I don't know. Yeah, sure, run on. We got a few.
I don't know. I keep dying to the lava and it annoys me.
Okay. Well, in that case, it might also be worth if we have any of the being able to breathe on the water potions.
Loking is debut in April the what?
No,
Also,
but
hello,
I have
Ninja.
exciting news.
Yeah. Oh, all the exciting news.
Yeah. So you know that model I was working on for Logan?
Yeah.
April 8th is his debut.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I am so excited for that.
Heck yeah.
Hello, Nav. Welcome.
I'm sorry, I'm eating.
Oh, good. Oh, also, by the way, Vixen, I have
What?
something for you.
Oh no.
No, it's a good thing. Metal detector.
Oh.
That dumb thing. That should be the last thing you're missing to make the which part was that? It was the
Yeah, that's the goblin tech.
Oh.
Yeah. So now we just need the stuff for the fishing.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because it ain't popping up for me to make it.
You need to have the DPS meter and the what's it called? The stopwatch?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which we have.
I think we have a stop one.
Did you put them in tools or did you put them in gear?
I got one. I got one.
Okay.
You already have the DPS meter?
I have the DPS meter. I don't have that one.
Yes, thank you for letting me know. I will love to be there.
Thank you for letting us all know. We would love to be there.
Yes. I might even just take the day off of work to make sure.
It's the
'cause I don't know when you're
DPS
going.
meter, right?
DPS, yeah. Damage per second one, yeah.
Oh, Nav said he got an ad, Mr. Good News. I guess, Nav, that's what you get for not being subbed.
Oh no! I'll repeat it.
Burn?
One of my Vtuber kids is debuting, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, be sure to send the link. I'll see if I can be there as well.
8 p.m. EST, so that's gonna be late. That'll be like 2 a.m.
We
for you
do
guys.
not have a DPS meter.
Well, then I might be there. Really?
Yep.
Well, then we'll just have to get one from the traveling merchant if so.
Yeah, he stops by a lot. I swear I saw one the other day.
Am I blind?
No, but remember, I also couldn't find the magic lantern, so I might have misseen something.
It wasn't equipable. I did place it right though. I didn't think of it as a light pet. I have never
Oh, here you go.
Oh, well.
I mean, it is a light pet,
Yep.
but it's also an equipable. It's
Sure.
both.
There you
Thank
go.
you. Oh! Why did I think that wasn't the DPS meter?
But I'll definitely be
Nice.
again. These two lovely ladies, that's like 2 in the morning for them, and one's gotta be up at like 4:30 for her job.
Oh, fuck
so,
me. Okay, I'll watch the bot.
Yeah. Sometimes Maya's awake that late, but she probably won't be functioning.
Yeah.
April
I mean,
the 8th.
situational.
Wait a minute, what day is that?
April 8th.
Oh, it's a Saturday. I can be up for that. Fuck
Ooh.
that. I can be up for that. Don't worry about it.
Awesome. Yeah, you could just take a nap.
Yeah, I'll set an alarm.
Oh, don't forget to take your mining potion.
Oh, right.
Too. I know, it's funny. Out of all of the models that I've like made from scratch, I think you're the only one so far who's actually used yours. So that's really exciting to see.
What do you?
What? My
No,
fox.
Why
from
are you so much
scratch.
faster?
My fox.
From scratch. You've had your character before.
Oh.
Yeah. But this is like completely from scratch.
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah. Human. I don't know, maybe water breathing potions would be a good thing for us to grab.
We have a few.
That was what I mentioned,
Otherwise,
but I forgot to check for them.
I will just make some. Oh.
Yeah, once we're done with this one here, we'll go back and we'll check to see if we have any.
Let me also. Oh, one moment.
Yeah, sometimes the being able to walk on water effect from these boots doesn't actually help you when you're trying to dig like this, because then you just end up standing on top of the water being like, let me go down.
It's the same thing with lava.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like right now. Boop.
I'm just holding down on the S button.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm lazy. I put my phone on my mouse that's just holding it down for me.
Oh,
So
geez,
you
that's
have
even
your.
more water.
Hmm?
I don't
Sorry,
know
I'm
if you can hear it
drowning.
in the background, but boyfriend's arguing with Beanie.
I'm actually also drowning.
I got some questions.
yes.
I got a bunch from you guys. Help us out because we were a little bit worried about us
Running out of things to
running
talk
out
about.
of things to talk about. So I got a bunch from Stevie, and I got a few from. I got one from Ninja, and I got one from Kisa. So Stevie starting out by saying that he suggests we should talk about cats.
I approve of this. Who doesn't want to talk about
It's
cats?
good.
I used to have a cat.
Oh, thank you very much, Franco.
And
hello.
I have a cat. I had a cat when I before I moved to this town that I live in now. So I was very young. Sadly, we had to put it down. It got kidney disease.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Not to bring the mood down. But after that, we ended up just having dogs because my dad's not that he doesn't like cats that much. He's more of a dog person.
How can you not like cats? Cats are like the best creature in the world.
My
boyfriend doesn't like cats.
people are different, Maya, and the
Nah,
the
cats are the
attention
best thing in the world.
the attention that dogs give you compared to
True.
cats is very unique.
I'm
Yeah.
very glad that I did the obsidian skin potion. Somehow I managed to get under.
What the hell? I can see that.
Yeah, I'm digging faster than it can break the water.
But otherwise, like I want to get a cat and a dog when I move out at some point because I adore I adore ragdoll cats
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
they're so cute.
and I want one so badly, and I also want a
Yeah, they're
corgi.
so pretty.
I
God damn it.
I love
Leave me alone.
ragdoll cats, but I will admit my dream cat is a hairless cat.
Ooh,
Interesting. That's not
how
I
common.
come?
Although that's a dead man's chest right there.
I don't know. I've always loved them ever since I was a kid. I've always
Wait, bound
loved
goblin,
them.
bound goblin. There's a bound goblin nearby.
It was what?
The tinkerer.
Brown gum. Ooh.
I think Vixen mentioned before you got here actually that there was a goblin invasion while she was meshing up the
Yeah.
tunnels. So where's the dumb goblin?
Oh, so he will spawn after.
Yeah,
Yes.
after the invasion.
Okay.
It's
He
sort for
died.
the God damn it. Oh well.
I
We
saw him
tried.
as soon as lava started pouring on him.
Typical. But
All
hey,
right.
we tried.
My line is done. I'm going back up.
Okay, try and see if we have water breathing potions. If not, can
Yeah.
you make us some?
I will make some, yes.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Growing up, we had a lot of cats.
Yeah?
Not by choice in a lot of ways. I remember we got my first cat when I was like really young. Her name was Autumn, and I loved her. Uh, and she was just such a good cat. And then she ended up getting hit by a car in front of both me and Varg, and that
Oh,
was
God.
very traumatic.
I
That
can
was
Jesus.
imagine. Damn.
very, very traumatic. But otherwise she was really good, and she had a bunch of kittens, and we kept one of the kittens, and her name was Topsy.
Oh, we need coral
And
for
she was
this?
so good. She ended up having 3 kittens, even though we got her fixed. They did a botched job, and she wasn't actually fixed.
That's useful.
Oh, whoops. Here you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. And she ended up having, like I said, she ended up having a bunch of kittens.
Yeah.
That's
And
like, why are all these stories so sad? True, though.
I'm
Because
sorry.
that's
I'm
what happens when
sorry.
you have cats. They die.
Yeah, yeah. No, that one
I mean,
doesn't end
that
Oh.
happy
was really
either.
tragic, but
That's what
is.
happens
My
when you have
last cat died
animals.
too.
Yeah, I was gonna say Topsy had kittens,
Uh,
and one of them followed us and got lost. And
oh
then when we
no.
went looking for her, the mom got hit by a car. She lived, but she did get hit by a car.
Oh, she lost one of her lives.
Yeah. And we ended up having to give them over to the Humane Society because we couldn't
Yeah.
take care of them
Yeah.
after the one got lost. But that was when I was like a lot younger, so there was nothing I personally could do. I was like 9. It's like kind of hard to do stuff when you're that age.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But then we got another cat, and her name was Mystic, and she was beautiful. Full black cat, long haired.
Oh, long hair black cat. Oh, I
Yeah.
like it. If I didn't
It's,
love the fact that the ragdoll, legit ragdolls, when you pick them up, I would get a Maine Coon.
yeah.
I have to say,
I
I
don't,
don't know cat races that well.
Okay, so
yeah.
I've discovered ragdoll recently
yeah,
because I saw a post about one and someone in the comment mentioned the term, and I was like, oh,
so
that's what that is.
Maine Coon is a Nordic cat breed. It's gigantic. It's one of the biggest cat races, like breeds there are. And they
Yeah.
basically look like if you want a cat for a battle mount, that's a Maine Coon.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't have a Maine Coon. Stormy. He wasn't a Maine Coon,
Mm.
but he was a Norwegian forest cat.
Norwegian Forest
He
back.
Yeah, he was gorgeous, and we knew he wasn't a Maine Coon because he didn't have some of like the main characteristics.
Um,
And we did the testing and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was so cute. I love him. I loved him so much. He was such a good cat. Also got hit by a car, but he
What
didn't die. He broke his
can
jaw.
can I
My dad,
suggest something when it
Damn.
comes
my
to
dad.
you
Okay,
and cats? Keep them inside.
my dad believed in outdoor cats. And like I said, I was a kid. I didn't have a choice. I had a cat. His name was Asher. He was my cat. And when I went to my Oma's house for winter break, I came back and he was an outdoor cat because my dad just couldn't stand him being indoors.
No.
It
Damn.
was my cat.
I am
I was so
sorry.
mad. Yeah, and I was like 14, so still couldn't do things on my own.
Listen,
I was
That's
so
fair.
mad.
I'm not
I think
here.
it's really tricky though.
I am not here to tell you how to raise your animals, but one thing I will say, keep your cats indoors. I'm sorry. That is my philosophy. One thing, you avoid your cat getting fleas. You avoid your cat, unless you neuter them, you avoid the possibility of your cat getting pregnant. Or your cat making other cats pregnant. Thirdly, you avoid your cat pissing and pooing in areas it's not supposed to, like our kids' like playing area where I live. The sandbox there is unusable because of the cats that live in our neighborhood. And
Yeah, that's not
thirdly,
very ideal.
you also avoid your cat getting attacked by cars, other animals, and for most part, I don't have to worry about my dogs accidentally attacking your cat. Sorry, that's just my opinion. I can understand if you live in a like big area, like out in a farm area, you need to have them.
Farm cats are a different
Yes, that's a
kind.
different thing. They are there to work. Like they eat mice and rats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I am sorry if you live in a housing area and especially in an apartment area, keep your damn cats inside.
Especially
think
where
it's
there's a lot of
tricky.
cars that can hit them. Because, like I said, almost every single one of my cats have been hit by a car because my dad refused to make
I
them
can
indoor cats.
understand why you don't have cats anymore.
But like the thing is, I don't think it's that simple to just be like, just keep them inside because, like the last cat I had, he just loved being outside so much. Like the first cat I had, which I sadly couldn't really keep because for some reason he just could not figure out with the litter box and living in an apartment, not destroy everything. So my mom got it back because they live in a farm area, so you
Mm.
know it's not as bad. Just keep it outside there. But anyways, like so at first I didn't let my cat outside because I had lost a lot of cat at my mom's place, and they were just allowed to like do whatever they wanted to.
Mm.
And so I really wanted to make sure my cat was safe, but also got to a point where, especially with my last cat, he was such an outdoor cat. Like he just loved, and he was a completely different cat when he got to go outside. And not all cats love it equally. Some don't really care to go outside. They want to come inside whenever they can. But it's also really sad if your cat is the type of cat that just loves the outdoor, just completely take that away from it, you know? Yeah, I get the risk, but it's like one of those things is like, do you rather want a longer life or a more higher quality life, you know?
I want my cat to stay alive.
Yeah, of course I would like that
And
too,
can
but
I just argue something? My dogs,
I found Goblin.
if they were allowed to, oh, you found the goblin now. If they were allowed to be
No,
outside
I
all the
see it
time,
on the
nearby.
radar.
if
Yeah,
they
it's
were
nearby.
allowed to be outside all the time, they would love to be outside all the time. If you have introduced
No,
it
that's
to them at some point, then of course your cat is gonna, like your animal is gonna be, I love this more. I have more freedom.
Not all cats. Not all cats. trust me, I've had like a million cats in my mom's place because then none of them are neutered, and then they get more kittens.
They
and then they
still
get more
had the
kittens.
they still had the option to go outside. So didn't
yeah,
they?
but what I mean is a lot of them
Why
prefer
can't
to
I?
be inside.
Oh, there's a chest.
There's
This
one of the
guy.
cats that want to come inside constantly, and she's so freaking sneaky. Like,
Found
cats are
him.
actually kind of smart.
Nice.
Oh, nice. So you got him? Safe? He's safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't need anything from him, right? We brought the
No, just
we brought the tinkerer thing.
refortune.
Don't own cats. No, you can own cats. Again, this is just me
Okay.
as my like personal as a if I were a cat owner, I would not have my cat outside. And that is legit my main reason is I don't want my cat to piss in air and to do the toilet business in
Yeah.
areas that isn't theirs, basically, because that has been such a problem. Like lately, we found out, like recently, that our neighbor's cat has used our back garden as a toilet,
But
which
I
is
get that, and yeah, you
it's
can't. It's hard to
unhealthy.
control if your cat does that.
It's unhealthy
but-
for our dogs because dogs are dogs and they sadly eat anything, and that
That's
also
fast.
means poo.
Let me just get out of my chat here because I'm missing messages now. Nice. Also
On a
enjoy your
leash?
sub, Maya. Fuck the
Yeah.
ads. What do you mean, Nav?
You
I
got
saw
a
no
sub. That's
Yeah,
sub
from
to you.
not from Nav. Nav didn't.
Are you sure? Because he said, like, they said, fuck
Yeah,
the
that's
ads.
what I'm wondering. I didn't see any sub pop up.
Weird.
Look at the one next to my name. But you subbed to me before. That's why you have that icon.
Where's my car?
Nav, I can send you a picture of my feed if you want to see it. Streamlabs is not telling me you subbed. I heard no sound, there's no message notification, there's nothing, okay?
I found Timmy!
2 months subscribers.
Tim is dead!
Bye, Timmy.
I'm opening Twitch now. I see nothing, I'm sorry. Let's see, stream manager will tell me here. Nope, lady still says Franco.
And
Don't know what to tell you now.
the idea of you walking your cat, I like that idea. You can teach your cat to walk on a leash.
Oh, I have tried that.
It's not easy, but you can do it.
Yeah, it is possible.
I mean, it was more me following the cat than the cat following me.
It's the same thing
But
with
that's
dogs, Maya.
I don't know. I feel like dogs are better at easy to teach to make follow you.
Yeah,
than cats are.
that is true. They are easier.
It depends on the breed.
Yeah.
Beanie, she does not believe in following. she believes in leading.
But also, what I also did was with the cat that I had that I
Where
started
did you
letting
go, Maya?
outside. Sorry,
Why'd you start on the next one? You weren't finished with this one.
we weren't.
The middle bit, it still needs to be dug out on the old hole.
What? I'm confused. Also, I'm getting attacked. Do I have any
Ooh.
cobalt shields? I'm getting tired of this knockback. And that's to check Discord for proof. Where's Discord?
You should have the Ankh shield. That should protect you from any knockback.
Or did you
Wait, I
take
don't
that
have the-
off?
Yeah, I took that off when we were fighting or something. Right, thank you. I'll put that back on.
Which one is it that's
I
missing?
forgot.
It's this middle bit.
I
Two.
mean, I'm sorry that enough. It hasn't given me a message.
Is it the
but I
one
guess
we
thank
were
you.
working on, Jen?
Yeah, where we all started together. We
Really?
got distracted by the Goblin Tinkerer, and she forgot to finish the line. It's fine.
Like, I went further
I got it.
down. I've reached the bottom, and there seemed to be nothing. I don't know.
Is it
It's so
the one you're in now, Jen?
Yes, I got it. Don't
Okay,
worry.
you're on it. Okay, we can take the next one then.
I don't know what
Ah,
happened. I'm sorry,
It's okay.
Jen.
It's fine.
It wasn't on purpose.
You care for you.
I see a wild giga in my chat. How are you, sweetie?
All right. The cat talk seemed very sad, so let's move on to the next
Next
one.
one.
that-
Okay.
Yeah. How did you get into gaming? For me,
I'm still not fully caught up on my chat. I'm sorry.
What?
Because Frank and Nav made some comments here.
It's her
and
chat.
also Nav, I did say sorry. Yeah. Frank said I get both sides, but I think responsibility of life as a pet owner should be prioritized over everything else. Also, cats decimate local fauna and wreck the ecosystem, so just keep them inside. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's just
I mean,
really painful when you see how much your cat loves being outside and then denying it. Like every
Well, you
morning when I
gotta-
woke up, my cat would go to the door because it wanted me to let it outside. Every single morning.
So does my dog.
And if it was raining, the cat would try to go outside and then kind of come inside again because it's like, no, I don't like the
Well,
rain. But then
there's
also
such
hit the
thing
door
as
again.
patios, where it's like a patio, like basically a huge cage outside for cats, so they can do what they want.
Oh, right.
So you do have alternatives.
Yeah.
And if you're worried about your cat not getting enough exercise, there is cat treadmills.
That's probably not cheap though, is it? I
Probably.
don't know.
So again, it's different from person to
but yes.
person. Like
As I said, I would ideally keep my cat inside for
Mm.
safety reasons and stuff. But it's also hard when the cat is like full of energy constantly and it has no way to really burn it because apparently it's not satisfied with what it can do in the apartment. And the thing is, cats also just being outside, even if they're not moving, they're still being stimulated because of like stuff like sounds and smells and the wind and all that sort of thing, right?
then I would take
Yeah.
Franco's like suggestion, then go for a walk with them in a leash.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
try that sometimes, but if a cat wants to be outside for like 5 hours a day, I guess I just need to get a cat that loves the indoors.
Yeah. It's very bad for the environment. Like
That's legit why because you have like what I call how to say that in English. You got mixed race cats. That sounds very wrong, but you don't really know what your cat's like
mutt.
breed.
You have mutt breed cats
Yeah.
where you don't know what they are, and it causes it to be hard to tell. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is going to be a health issue with them.
And basically, those cats tends to be very like it's inbred in them to be outside. While
Feral.
there are
Feral
feral
cats.
type cats, and while there are legit breeds that are meant for indoors, like for example the ragdoll, it is meant to be a couch potato cat. It doesn't do.
Oh, that sounds
It's
perfect for me.
yeah, it doesn't do much. It loves to be around humans. It loves to be like picked up and cuddled with. So if you want a cat that's on your lap, ragdoll cats, and I think because of the because of the way that the naked cat breed that Jen talked about, because they need to be in warm areas, they tend to be inside most of the time because of the way that they don't have fur. So that's why there are many like
They can also get sunburns.
yes, that's why there are many of those you see when you watch movies or series. Those rich people either have the small dogs or the naked cats. So it I can understand that you, Maya, because you got the cats that you have, want to put them outside, and it ain't a diss on you. But it's legit. I can understand why your cats are like, I want to be outside because it's.
As I said, I would prefer if it was happy just staying inside. Because there's obviously safety concerns. I mean, my cat, Lex cat I had that passed away, got sick from something, and it's most likely something he must have caught outside, you know. And yeah, if he was
Hi, Barry.
inside all the time, that could have potentially been prevented. But I mean, I don't know what got him so sick. It happened very suddenly. But yeah. But it's also like it's tricky. But yes, maybe I should look into with my next cat being a ragdoll. Also because it sounds like the perfect type of cat for me, and they're so freaking gorgeous as
They are
well.
gorgeous, but they aren't
They are
cheap.
very pretty.
Yeah, that's the biggest concern because I can get a kitten for free from my mom.
Precisely, and I can totally understand that.
Which is actually a concern because I need to move in like within the next like few months, and I'm so worried I can't get an apartment where I can have a pet. Like, I would really be so sad if I couldn't have a pet. I would rather pay a bit more for the place than not being able to have a cat
Oh,
there.
well,
But it's tricky because places are expensive
totally
and
understand that.
money doesn't grow on trees.
One of the main reasons why I'm having issues finding apartments because there are so few places that actually says you are allowed to have pets, which is weird.
Yeah, it's dumb, right? Considering
You
I
hear
feel
me?
like a lot of
It is weird, okay? In today's age, it is
exactly
weird.
so many. It's like so common for people to have pets.
Here in America, you can get emotional support pets, which makes it so you can there we go. So basically if they say you can't have a pet, basically they're like, well, it's an emotional support
Yeah,
pet.
because
So
of health.
legally,
Yes.
yeah, legally you have to let me have it.
And you don't need any like proof to say that it's an emotional.
Yes, you do. Technically,
You
yes.
do. Your doctor will give you a thing basically saying that it's a certified emotional support pet.
And sad to say, and Jen for that matter, it's not that easy here to get that.
Yeah,
I know.
wouldn't think so.
That's why I was saying here in America, just go to your doctor, say emotional support, and they're like, here
I
you go.
need emotional support, and I want it to be a monkey.
Yeah. To be fair, though, America is going through a mental health crisis right now. It is not good.
Oh, a chest. Sorry to hear that.
I feel like isn't that like an everywhere sort of thing? I mean, it might be worse there, but I feel like
right now our economy is completely crashing, and all of the baby boomers are retiring, so we're having a worker shortage.
Yep.
So, because the baby boomers didn't have as many kids as, they had, and so there's not enough people to support them. So we're having not enough people working in health industries. We're not having enough people, able to take their old jobs. And that's why a lot of retail jobs are suffering because everyone's going for the big jobs that are opening up from baby boomers retiring. And now retail jobs don't have enough people because they don't pay enough.
Yeah. We have somewhat the same problem. We are losing nurses and daycare employees, basically. We have such a low number of those. And our government is like, why won't the young people say yes to these jobs? Because it's shit!
Yep.
Because they are treated shit. That's why they don't want to.
I don't want to be verbally abused. I'm already verbally abused enough at work from people. It's like, I don't want to be in a job where that's literally my job.
The nurses here are so badly treated. They get so little, pay, and they get so little days off. It is so stupid, even in our, country that we're in. And Kisa say, here it is illegal to put no pets allowed to the contract, but it is legal to refuse lease or sell a house apartment without specifying reason. So you are not allowed to say we don't want pets on a contract, but you are allowed to say, but I don't want to sell you this because you want pets.
I mean, just don't mention that you're gonna have a pet. Easy.
And most of the time they'll ask.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you
could just lie and say, "Oh, well, I didn't have this pet, but I decided later to get it."
Most people do the same thing here. Actually, they get a pet either way.
Yeah.
I mean, trust me, people come and check.
We've had many a times where me and my brother would hide in the woods when the people would come to check the house because we had pets we weren't supposed to, and we had to hide with them.
Damn.
As Jesus said, that's not my pet. That's not my cat. You
Yeah,
have
you
no
c-
proof.
Yeah, you're just cat sitting, you know?
It's my uncle's cat.
Yeah, you're just like taking care of it for a day. I think the biggest issue is if you have dumb neighbors and stuff, and you might have, say, a dog or something that's a bit louder.
we
Cats
fucking
generally
dumb
aren't as
neighbors
likely
here.
to be heard.
We have dumb neighbors here.
But
They're
yeah, if you have a fairly silent pet, you know, you can probably get away with it.
I've totally forgot to tell the story about dumb neighbors. Okay. So my parents recently got their hands on a Tesla. Like, kudos to them, and whoop whoop whoop, first world problem. And because of the increase of people getting electric cars in Denmark, many building societies are accepting a charger at their like local parking spots for a decreased price, and also to help out people who own electric cars. We got that here, where I live. Did we go all the way through on this one?
I assume so.
Okay. So, we were one of the few people where I live to say yes to use our local, like the house society chargers, just to make it easier, basically. We were one of, actually the only one, because everybody else who had an electric car had some kind of deal with either their car brand, like Tesla has their Tesla chargers or stuff like that, or a local charging station somewhere. So they didn't need to use the house society charger. So we were like, my parents were like asking the what's that in English? The house society management.
Is that like
people?
the homeowners association?
Yeah, the homeowner association. Thank you, Jen.
HOA.
Yes, thank you, Jen.
Hate them.
If it was all right, since there are nobody else that is gonna use this charging, that we can use this charging spot as a parking spot too.
Don't you guys have Gil potions?
No.
Oh, I forgot about Gil's potions. There you go.
Yeah, I saw you both go up for
Yeah,
air.
I forgot
I thought
about
we
it.
talked about this.
Do you have any spare?
I have one more. Here, when you come down to me, my.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on. No, not in Chester. Wait a minute. There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. Oh, it's the chest.
This will simplify life a lot.
So we asked, my parents asked, was it okay that we take that parking spot permanently until other people are like, we are gonna use the charger? And the home association said, that's totally alright, but be prepared for when more people wants to use the charger, which they were all right with.
Yeah.
They were all right. We will, like, they will say, if somebody want to use the charger, we will move right away. No problem with that.
Yeah.
So that went on, like us using the parking spot and stuff like that, for probably 2 months. Until we have a home society, like, chatting space area for people to ask questions, and if they want to sell something locally where we live, they can put it on there and stuff like that. One fucking asshole asked if there was a rule about the charging ever. Mind you, this person did not own an electric car.
Nice.
So they were asking into if there was a rule.
Nothing happened, don't worry about it.
If there was a rule about how long a car were allowed to stay on the electric car spot. There are a rule. You're allowed to stay there for 4 hours, which is pretty much what you need to charge up a car, basically.
Yeah.
And people were saying, yeah, there is this rule and blah, 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 blah. And then they were like, yeah, because I've noticed this car. They took a picture of my parents'
Of
car
course.
with the number plate number. Posted it
Of course.
online on this online chatting room saying this car's been here for longer than 4 hours. So my dad was kindly explained, like sweetly, like really kind, explained that they had this agreement with the home society people that I can't remember now.
Yeah, it's okay. HOA.
That they were allowed to use the spot as a parking spot until that time when another electric car signed up for using the charger. It was a private agreement with these like people, so people didn't need to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Then people started complaining, saying that, oh wow, so you go around other people's spec and make a private deal about getting a private parking spot just for you.
I mean,
That
if no one else is using
nobody else is allowed to use. And what about if visitor came that wanted to use the charging spot, which they're not allowed to do? And stuff like that.
Like, only people allowed to use it are people that live there.
Are living there and signed up for the charging program.
Yeah, so you'll know when someone new has the thing because they'll sign up for the program.
So we can actually see that. We can see when people like sign up for it.
Oh my goodness.
So they can't.
It just sound like people are like, oh no, they get special treatment.
They get special treatment, or they get a private parking spot. We have a slight issue. I won't call it an issue anymore. The issue is people are lazy. Basically, they don't want to walk, so they want to like park as close as they can to where they live. Basically.
Understandable. Who wouldn't want to?
Understandable, but if it means that you have to walk 10 steps more...
Don't screw, other people.
So this has ended up with that my parents cannot use the space anymore. Even though they are the only one... Well, now they are not the only one anymore using the charger. That they come more people. But because these people... could not... Oh my god. I can understand why my parents got so angry as they did. There was no reason for them to butt their...
Until someone else needed to use it, there was no harm in it.
There was no harm. We were actually making space for other people so they could use whatever parking spot that we were gonna take up.
That's actually kind of true.
Because nobody was like, now that spot is gonna like stand empty all the time when nobody's charging because of this. So and everybody who has an electric car has to now take a parking spot, which is already I forgot about a guild potion. God damn it. Which is already a quote unquote problem here. So it's so stupid. Sorry, I just remembered that's
You're
what
good.
that happened. So it's so stupid. We need to make some more guild potions, but I need coral for that, so I need to go.
And we might need more mining potions.
Mining?
I have 12 on me still. If
I have 1, but so I'm good.
Let me go to the edge of the world because I have the conch thing.
Awesome.
Let me...
Sorry, I'm done ranting. Shall we go on to the next question?
Yeah, the next one was asking, how did you get into video games?
My dad and my big brother.
Yeah, mine was also my brother, Varg. He was the huge gamer. And I would always want to play with him.
I was that annoying sibling that always watched their older sibling playing and was like, "Can I play now? Can I play with you now?"
Yeah.
Nice.
Thankfully, me and Varg were only like a year apart, so we were basically twins, you know?
Yeah, my older brother is only 3 years apart from me, so he's a fucking asshole. But that's a whole other story.
It's okay, my sister is one too. She was not nice. Yeah, she was not nice.
But yeah, parent and big brother influence on me, and then it just grew. It became stronger the older I got, especially through my school years, because it was the only thing that made me happy. I'm sorry, this is going such a dark route. We had the traveling
I'll go back to
merchants.
talk. Yeah, I'll go back to talk to him in a second.
I was not treated right in school, so gaming was the only thing that was positive in my life.
Yeah. Which I mean, fair.
Maya, can you come with a more positive reason why what game got you into gaming, please?
Ooh, I don't know what got me into gaming in general. I think.
What got you into WoW? Because we met
See, that's
over
the thing.
WoW.
That I know. Which is actually a bit of a funny story because that's actually part of a lot of what do you call like chain events that led to like where my life is currently in a lot of ways. So my true enough, I did in my mind, okay. Anyways, um so it was my dad that got me into WoW because he was playing himself. So my parents are divorced, so I would go visit my dad in the weekends. And then basically, whenever I was there during the weekend when I was younger, I would play. Like I would make a character on his account and sit and play until I end up getting my own account at a point. Uh, I don't know how many times I started in the human era and WoW as a warlock and stuff. Good old times. Um, and yeah, at some point, I was let into the guild he was in, which was a bit funny because I could barely speak a word of English at the time.
That's the
I
same
could
thing
say
with
like
me.
hi,
My
and
dad did the
then
same thing. Oh, that's so
and then
funny.
someone in the guild might ask, how you doing, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're saying. And I would like probably ask my dad or something. So yeah, that's a bit funny. And then like years later, basically, I think there was a point where I didn't play much for a bit. So I can't fully remember the details, but I know like I started playing like so the thing is, my mom did not want me to play WoW at her place because she's seen all those things about people being addicted to WoW and it ruining their lives. And you've probably heard some of those stories about that like WoW era. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I was not allowed to play it at home. Uh, I remember once. There was these dailies to get like a tiger mode or something that I wanted to do. So I asked my mom, because it was dailies, it would take me so fucking long if I could only do it when I was at my dad's place every second weekend. So I asked her, if I couldn't be allowed to just do that. And I basically had to sit like, downstairs with her there. So, she knew I wouldn't play more than I was supposed to or something like that. It was ridiculous. And then at some point, I was what, 14. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just play a WoW at home in my room on my laptop without her knowing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is basically when I met Vixen and
Oh,
one of our other friends. Yeah.
fuck me. Don't know how he's doing.
Um,
Does Franco know?
I still speak to him here and there,
Oh,
but
he
not a
has
lot.
completely shut me off.
Yeah.
His problem. I ain't gonna comment on that. The
If we weren't gonna talk about negative things now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's his problem, man. I do not care. It's him who has deleted me from his friend list. Not I did not. I didn't do
Yeah,
it.
there was a lot of drama at the time.
Fuck that. That's his problem. Fuck me.
Um,
If he doesn't want to talk about it, that's his problem. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we had we started. That's basically where I met Maya for the first time.
Yeah, I was doing Mr. Pandaria, and then I was still in this guild when, I logged back onto my character and stuff. And that's where I met the two of them. Because this guy that's not to be mentioned was like the type of person that would say hi to everyone. And, then I ended up chatting with, strangers and stuff because of that. And part of the reason this is also kind of funny is because that other friend,
Come here, come here,
one
come here,
of
come here,
his
come here, come
friends is a cousin of my boyfriend. So I actually met my boyfriend through all of that. Oh, thank you, Jen.
here. Yeah. And I'm making some mining potions as well.
Thank you.
You are a dear. But yeah, so WoW has influenced a lot of my life, that is for sure.
I was gonna comment on the fact that I know the addiction to WoW personally.
Yeah, I mean, I did spend the majority of my life playing at some point, but then again, if I wasn't playing WoW, I would have done something else that was similar,
Well, see, when it came to me, at some point it got so bad that my dad gave me like, you have to get a cold turkey of this game, so you're not gonna play for 3 months.
Damn, that's painful.
Which made me look for other games, basically.
I have
But
mining
yeah,
potion.
it doesn't really. Sorry.
I have mining potion. Bleh.
Yeah, so it doesn't really fix the issue. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't wanna, like, it did give me, because I didn't play as much afterwards, after, so in a sense it did work, maybe.
I mean, it depends. If you're playing something else instead, then...
But I wasn't. I don't know what else
well,
I
guess
was.
it didn't work.
I don't know what else that I did though. To be honest, it's been so long. I only remember that I was like, I got quote unquote quarantine from playing that game. But yeah,
I was a bit lucky because I left my PC to update one time, like while I was at school or something, and my mom saw it there. I don't remember. I guess she must have been in my room for some reason or another. But then she saw the thing on my laptop, and then she found out that I was playing WoW. But so she wasn't happy because I wasn't allowed to. But I was like, but I have these two wonderful friends there, and that's basically the reason why I was allowed to keep playing. Because I was also one of those people that didn't like have the best time in school and everything like that. So having these two wonderful friends, it was a lot back then for me.
all right, we're switching over. It's getting sour again.
No, that's a good thing. What I was saying is, you guys meant a lot to me. You should be happy.
Thank you.
But yeah, I guess that's the thing that got me like primarily into gaming. Obviously, there's probably I think I played some like PlayStation stuff and such before that, but I think there's like the massive thing that kind of took over my life.
I don't. I really got into Minecraft. I got grounded for reasons. I'm not gonna mention them because they're very sad. But I got grounded for reasons.
What is it with all the sad stuff today?
Look, life is sad, okay? It's not all rainbows and butterflies.
Yeah, life
I guess
is
that's what we're
sad.
learning today.
Yeah, but I was in a very dark spot and I was
Yeah.
feeling very isolated, so they decided to isolate me more because,
Oh,
that makes
sure.
sense.
Let's
Oh
do that.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Parent logic.
you know, so it was during summer break and Varg was like, he's like, "Yeah, you grounded her, but it's not fair to me because I want to play games with her." So he convinced them to let me play Minecraft with him. So that was the only thing I was
Nice.
allowed to play, was
Nice.
Minecraft. So we ended up joining a server and meeting some really awesome people, which we met Panda on there, and then also Codes, the one that I'm doing the commission for, we met on there,
Nice.
And it was just really awesome. And eventually we became mods and stuff, and it just, I don't know, it really showed me I was more than what I thought I was in a way. It
Mm-hmm.
sounds super cheesy, but it gave me like a sense of purpose in a way when I couldn't find any,
Oh,
which
I fully understand.
Same here. Same
yeah,
here. Like the people I met through all the MMOs that I've been playing really built built me to who I
yeah,
am today. So like I get like
yeah. And it's so nice to get online and then there's like a bunch of people who are excited to see you.
it's that thing. That
Yep.
thing. People saying, "Hey!" Like
Yeah.
even like
Oops.
Oh,
that's
dead.
why
There
like
was a giant worm.
I I I'm just not in the mood for Final Fantasy 14 at the moment because I got all this shit that's going on with the streaming and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
but when I log on my little streaming bunny and I see people like Stony in Maya's chat and stuff like that saying, "Hey, hey, how you
Again, you
doing?
always ignore.
How you doing?" and stuff like that. So again, it's that thing. Like when it comes to WoW, I completely accepted. Hey Vixen, hey Vixen, hey fucking Corey, Mixon. What the fuck is Mixon? Never mind. When it comes to WoW, I have already accepted the fact that I do not want to be social
Oh,
more than I
right.
have to in that game. so
Oh
I,
yeah,
so
that was
I,
definitely the thing that killed the game for me.
yeah, so I don't mind not being like social on that one. And again, I think since I'm also streaming and actively talking with people while I stream, I think I get that social thing that I need to
I
function.
haven't been on a Minecraft server in so long.
You've been busy, Jen.
Oh yeah. It's not something I need anymore. It's like back then I needed that.
Yeah,
Like as cheesy as it sounds.
yeah. I want to help
Maya, you
Maya
didn't
out.
What was it I
finish
was
this
thinking?
again.
I died. I'm on my way down.
Goodness. Maya.
An addiction
I
to an MMO is
died.
a lot more nuanced since it's a
Nuance, yeah.
social aspect. When I hang
Yep.
with friends nearly every evening, and no one would bet an eye. But yeah, see, there's a big difference of
Oh wait, did I go down the wrong tunnel?
playing
Oh, that. Wait,
playing
I'm confused.
MMOs just to play the game, and then playing MMOs to be social with your friends. Uh,
Did we not finish a tunnel?
I do not know.
Yeah, most of those tunnels seem to have been before wide. And it's not the middle section that's missing, so that's the one of you two.
Okay, so it might have been. Oh yeah, it was me because I had to go up and get more of the gills potion. Okay,
Don't
so
worry,
I'll
I'll
finish.
finish this.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
you
just finish
finish
all this
that
job.
one, and I'll finish yours over here.
Yeah, perfect.
It works. Okay, what was some of your like favorite games like growing up? Because
Platinum?
mine was
Platinum
yeah.
hasn't. Oh, sorry. One moment. Platinum hasn't been after me, Corey, in a while. I know he followed me again. Recently, I don't know if he stopped following me because he's blocked on my channel, so he can't type. Yeah, well, he can type, but I won't be able to see it. So I have no idea, and frankly, I do not fucking care what he does. He can kiss my ass. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah. I was just asking, like, what are some of your guys' like favorite games growing up? Like, mine was probably Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I put more hours into that game than probably any other game. Just collect
Warcraft, yeah,
chows and stuff,
Warcraft
which you
3.
can see on my stream. I have a bunch of chows on the bottom, just because I absolutely love that game.
God damn it, enough. Did you see it?
I did see it.
Maybe like Sonic 06. Everyone hates that game, but I loved it. It
It's
was
so
such a
glitchy.
glitchy
Oh,
mess.
it's so glitchy though, Jen.
Listen,
Sonic 06.
one of my absolute favorite parts about that, like I remember, is one time Varg and I we were racing against each other in like a two-player thing, and I hit a bounce, and I don't know what happened, but it bounced me so high it put me over the map and unloaded the map.
Yeah, not
You
even
know,
not even the game knew what the fuck you did.
yeah. And Varg was just playing it normally, and he's like, "Oh, haha, it's like you don't even stand a chance. I'm gonna beat you." And then I started falling again, and I realized I could start aiming myself towards the finish.
Oh god.
And right when he was like trying to fight the very last enemies, I just sniped the finish from him. But we would spend hours breaking the game, like glitching into places we weren't supposed to. In that two-player mode, they had an entire island off in the distance that was completely loaded and had like what is it called? Oh geez, what is it called? It's basically where you can walk on it. It had I can't think of the name. Anyways, but it was completely loaded and you could walk on it. And it
Okay.
was from one of the story missions. So you could tell that they just completely reused the map without taking out anything. But yeah, we just loved breaking that game and figuring out how to make it worse. Oh man, I have fond memories of that game.
So personally, I am divided between Warcraft 3 and Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It's the two game, like Warcraft 3 not anymore because fucking Blizzard destroyed it. You heard me. You destroyed my favorite game.
How did they destroy
Aw.
it?
Yes, because okay, for people that do not know, Blizzard decided to do a remake of Warcraft 3, like an
Oh, right.
HD remake of it, make it
I
all
can't just not play
polished.
the original.
Nope, because it replaced the original game in the store and in your
Oh.
library.
I didn't know this.
No.
Because they are fucking idiots. So you can only technically play it
Yeah,
if
you should still have access to the old version.
No,
if
you do
prefer
not.
That.
If
No,
you
I'm saying you should. You should
No,
have.
you should. Yeah, if you can only
Yeah.
play it if you have the CDs and install it. Basically, I do not even know if that's work. I do not know if that works though. Do not take me on word for it. But yeah. Other than that, Majora's Mask. It was the first time that I played the game, like a Zelda game, personally, and actually completed it and understand it.
Yeah. Wind Waker was the first one that I completed by myself, but probably my favorite Zelda game to like watch is Twilight Princess.
Yeah, they came out on systems that I didn't own. I didn't
You didn't have the GameCube?
I did not have a GameCube. We went from Nintendo
What?
64 to a PS2.
You guys must be so disappointed in me. I've never played a Zelda game.
No, I'm not disappointed,
Boy.
Maya. I feel sorry for you, but not disappointed.
Yeah, boyfriend never played
Yes,
never
Warcraft
played
3,
Zelda
Giga.
either.
I should one day. One day.
It's really good. But you have to be the type of person for it. And I will say,
yeah.
It's kind of weird because I didn't like Breath of the Wild. I know that it's like critically acclaimed and it's a
Really?
really good game. It wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy it.
Me too, Giga, by the way. I also have the Frozen Throne expansion. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. No, but I tried playing it, and this isn't lack of me trying. I put a good, like, 10, 20 hours into the game trying to like this game. I just never liked it. And
Maybe
everyone's super hyped about the second one coming
I
out, and
am
I'm like,
too.
"It's
I am
okay."
too. I am annoyed. It's gonna cost me $70 to get it because fuck you, Nintendo. But I am excited too. I love Breath of the Wild, but I can understand why some people maybe not be into it because it is compared to what the game the Zelda game that was before that, which was Twilight.
No.
No,
It was,
Wii U.
yes, I can't think of its name. They just came out with the remaster of it. Skyward
Skyward
Sword.
Sword. Yes.
Yep.
So Skyward Sword. Thank you. So Skyward Sword sorta had the idea of what they were trying for this like semi-open world with these big areas that you ran around. Like Twilight Princess did sort of the same. So when you suddenly are thrown into a world where, first of all, it's an open world in a sense. You are allowed to do whatever the fuck you want. You can go to the last boss right away if you want to. Second of all,
Those are great speedruns.
they introduce crafting into a series that never had it before. So I can understand why people very much dislike that whole notion when it came to that because crafting. Many says I don't want to do that. Every game in the world has crafting in it. And then there was the whole story wise because sure you had Zelda, you had Ganon, but it wasn't the Zelda and the Ganon that we were used to.
Like the durability.
Oh
That
my
annoyed
god,
me.
yes, and the stamina. Like they did had stamina in Skyward Sword and
It was fine with the stamina. I just can't stand durability. Like even
durability
that's one of the reasons
is
I burnt out
mm,
of Animal Crossing, the New Horizons game. It's because even the golden weapons didn't have unlimited durability, and that
yeah.
is stupid.
So I can understand why some people were like, yeah, I just don't like it. I personally am very excited for Tears of the Sword? Tears of the Lost Kingdom? I can't even
Kingdom.
remember.
Tears of the Kingdom.
There it is. But personally, if I could just get an HD remaster of Majora's Mask and Nintendo 64 on my Switch, I am a happy camper. But that's just me. That's just me. What about you, Maya? You didn't actually answer the question.
Yeah, did you
You
have
guys are
any
talking too much.
yeah.
No, the thing is, I don't really recall any like significant games I played like before WoW. Really, I guess perhaps Tekken is the only game I really remember playing much before. I obviously did play some games before, but it's just like I don't remember what or anything that I was like
Just quickly, Maya.
super massive.
Just quickly, the
Yeah.
question was, what's your favorite game and why?
No,
Favorite.
you also well, you guys were talking about like favorite games when you were like
Yep,
young
but
or something.
we were
It's still my favorite
they
game.
were still my favorite games. That's why, like, we were explaining why
Well,
they were.
okay. Well, then you guys just confused me.
Sorry.
Sorry, we're very nostalgic, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, I'll probably say my favorite game is Final Fantasy 14.
Then sure. Why?
Now explain why.
I mean that's tricky, right? Because it's so many things.
The story?
For one, that's part of it. Like this, I guess there's many things to it. For one thing, I got into Final Fantasy when I was really, really starting to dislike WoW. So it also went from a time where everything was feeling kind of crappy because WoW was just such a sour experience constantly. And I got into Final Fantasy, and I don't know, for a long ass time, it was like almost like a magical place. Like it really felt like when I was online, I was just always happy. Everything was like perfect. It was like
Aw.
unrealistically good.
It
then
was.
slowly standard drama comes around. I still love the game and it's still an amazing thing and all that sort of crap, but it's not like that like rose tinted view anymore.
Quickly,
Now it's just amazing.
yeah, quickly to explain what she means. WoW
Mhm.
players, Neanderthals, like, huh, me club, me angry. Final Fantasy 14 players, Howard students, okay? That's what she means. Go
Sorry,
on.
what are you saying? Powered students?
They were smart. Howard.
Yeah. I
It's
don't know.
a school.
Howard. Yeah. I will
I'm
say
still not
this.
quite following.
I never played WoW, but one of my ex-boyfriends played WoW, and he was one of the most toxic people I have ever met.
Yeah, I was known for being toxic.
WoW,
Yeah.
sadly, is known. They. It so. It's like when you play with other people in the random groups. It's like playing Dota or LOL with
It's
other.
not even just random groups. You can be in a guild and still
Oh
have
my
super
god,
toxic
yes,
experiences.
sorry. It's just people have this weird tendency that if you ask a question, you're suddenly just an idiot.
Oh, not even just that. I
Well,
know I mentioned this while we were talking once, Vixen, but I don't know if you've heard it, Jen. But
yeah.
there was this one guild I was in where we were doing a fight, and the raid leader even mentioned like, hey, look at what Maya's doing here. She actually did it correctly because most people were just running around like headless chickens. So here I
Wow.
am being shown as like hey, here's who you should look at. She's doing it right. And then shortly, well, I don't know how long it was after, but it wasn't that long after. Then someone else logged on because raid teams in WoW, because you need like 20 people, tend to have more than 20 people in the roster. So in case people can't make it, etc. Which means that if you aren't one of their favorite people or like one of the best performing people, too bad, you get benched. So someone else was, higher up in the guild logged on, and then I got kicked and they got in there, and it's like, I don't know how many times I've had scenarios like that where I end up being the one getting benched constantly, and it's just really annoying because I know there's multiple fights in that raid tier that I could have cleared, but
Yeah.
obviously, other people, like there's even some people that were worse than me that got, allowed in over me because it was like, oh well, they were friends of the higher ups in the guilds.
Yep.
Nepotism.
Yep.
So yeah, I typically had a lot of painful experiences raiding a WoW, and even the ones that were good, suddenly the guilds fall apart because people can't figure out how to have a guild.
Yeah.
It always falls
People
apart.
change. Like people suddenly find other priorities and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm just talking
Beanie.
about stuff that lasts a
Yeah,
few
here.
months. I'm not talking about like this thing over years. It's like, oh, you know, we have almost completed the raid here. Okay, well now I hate everyone in the raid team. Bye bye. Or oh, I got this better offer in another guild, and then they take half the people with them, and then suddenly it's like half the guild and move to another guild, and then the problem is there again because other people. Yeah, it's when got
Franco
Mice
is
my
in the
favorite game?
mood for
True enough.
toxicity. Fucking WoW and Dota? Fuck me.
I don't think. Well, I mean, Dota itself isn't a bad game.
I hated Maya.
I
I
played it
said
a
I'm
lot,
sorry.
and
I am sorry. The fact that
well, do you hate the game or the community?
the community is part of the game. I should be able to ask question without being calling a moron.
I would like to mention one thing though, because my primary way I played Dota was on the South African servers because of Franco and all the other people we played with, and I have to say, weirdly enough, they actually seem to be less toxic than if you're playing on the EU servers. And you don't get like random Russians and people that don't speak English and stuff because the majority of people speak English in South Africa. I don't know. Generally speaking, when I've had played solo games, I would actually rather play on the South African servers, even with the latency, because people are just not as big assholes.
Yeah.
So I do think that probably also affected your experience. But yes, people are still generally speaking toxic.
The first impression is the key. If I get a bad first impression of a game, I'm like, I'm out. And I
I
can't.
remember.
Yeah, go on, Jen.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say. I remember my boyfriend at the time, the same one who played WoW. He tried to show me how to play Smite, which is basically League of Legends,
Yeah.
but it's a bit different.
Yeah.
Um, and I remember he was trying to teach me how to jungle, which is very difficult to learn if you've ever played any of the games. Like, jungling, you have to have a lot of knowledge, and it takes a while to learn it. And this was the first time I ever even tried it. And he started screaming and yelling at me because I wasn't doing it right, because I didn't know how to play the game, because this was the first ever match I ever played. And at the time, I had never played League either. And I remember that was the moment I fell out of love with him. I was like, you're screaming at me for no reason.
Oh my god.
Because I've never played this game before.
It's like when you do homework with your dad.
Yeah. I remember we probably broke up not even like a month after that.
I hate that. Like, and I know. Sorry to change the subject. If
No, you're good.
people in the chat know what I'm talking about, have you ever done homework with your parents, especially math homework?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
And
I
you
know exactly
are
what you're
sitting
talking
there, like he's like starting out, like calmly, like helping you out. Think this is how you do, and then at some point you're sitting there having a problem, and he's like, "What is it you are not getting? Why is it you're not getting this? I explained to you like 5 times what you're supposed to do." And it always ends with you crying, or if you're a boy,
about.
not
Mm-hmm.
crying.
No,
Your
I tried to.
your dad shouting at you, and he's like on the verge of calling you stupid, but because he's your dad, he's not calling you stupid unless you have a bad dad.
Mm-hmm.
And it because I had the same I had the
Yeah.
same experience with my dad, and I will say my math was not my forte when it came to school and stuff like that. So I all I can say is that like kudos to my dad to have the patience to even try to teach me, but
Yeah.
also don't shout at your kids. Parents, please be patient with them. They're trying. They're trying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey,
No.
screw Frank, you don't ruin my reputation. Franco said that he used to yell at me during Dota 2, but only after I'd invested hundreds of hours into the game, which is kind of true. When I started out, like he was very patient with me, but yes, over time, it wasn't necessarily just straight up yelling at me, but it was more like, oh, why didn't you do this? And I'm like, because I didn't see, or like, because I don't know. I
Yeah. No, for me it
Compared to
was
how many
literally
hours
first
I played the
game.
game,
Yeah.
I should generally be better. But yeah, the thing is, if he would just be mildly annoyed about something, I would get annoyed that he's annoyed at me, and then I get annoyed, it kind of takes the situation up. So yeah, sometimes we would have minor arguments about it.
Yeah.
So, but it's not
Uh,
like a big issue. It's I mean,
oh yeah, yeah.
sometimes everyone has fights, right? But
Yeah.
it's not like a abusive situation or anything. Don't get me wrong. But
So, how about we twist this question around? Because Stevie did ask, what is
Least
your
favorite.
least
hope
favorite
this
game
would
and
be
why?
better.
For me,
Least favorite. I don't know.
it is any
Oh,
rhythm game.
stylist.
No!
Any
God!
rhythm game. I have zero rhythm. I have a delayed processing kind of disorder. I forget the actual name.
Mm.
But cannot I cannot react very fast to
Mm.
things.
Hmm.
And so rhythm games where it's like you're constantly having to be on beat and reacting as soon as you see it, I can't do it. And this is not lack of trying. One of Varg's favorite games growing up was Guitar Hero. And we tried for hours to get me to play that game.
Yeah.
And it never happened.
Yeah, I can
But
understand that.
Yeah. But
Silas.
otherwise, if we're talking like just like the actual game itself, like
Oh
not
no, she's
skill
died.
issues. Oh, rip.
I thought
Yeah.
I saw her, but it was like just the leftover of her body.
What?
Rip. The
Yeah,
stylus.
when NPCs get killed.
Oh.
Yeah. But minus skill issues, like actually hating or disliking the game, no offense, but it probably has to be Zelda Breath of the Wild. I did not enjoy that game at all
Again,
while playing it.
it is fair. You are allowed to hate
Yeah.
whatever you want because people like and dislike different things for their own reason. Can I
Yeah.
even dig here? Oh my god, I actually have to destroy this. I hope this doesn't. I
What do you have
can't.
to destroy?
Okay, so we might have an issue in the corruption area, by the way, because there are
Just dig around it.
there are some altars in the way, and
Yeah, just dig around it.
we can
Oh
legit.
yeah, we can't destroy them until post hard mode, right?
Yeah, precisely.
Yes, hence just dig around it. It'll be fine. We can clear it up later.
Yeah, and this is already in the corruption, so
yeah.
Yeah, it's not a priority.
What was so I personally, because I shit talk a lot about Dota and LOL. But the game that I hate, because hate is an extremely strong word, I would rather say dislike, like the most, is Counter-Strike.
I thought you were gonna say League of Legends.
No. And there is one reason for it. And I am sorry for everybody's ears now. The freaking chats! The fucking chats in Counter-Strike are the worst shit. And yes, you can shut it off and all that shit. But then comes the goddamn text chats that are instead. Like, Counter-Strike is not
Like some
toxic.
Gil potion.
I forgot about that. Like,
I know, I saw you go up.
Yeah, Counter-Strike is not toxic. It's just filled with children to a point where it's not funny.
Yeah.
And I dislike playing it so much. And this is coming
Do you guys have a faster drill than I do?
I
I
have
definitely think Vixen is
the
faster.
adamant. I have the adamantite drill. Are you using a mining
do
potion?
too. Yeah, I am.
Weird. I don't know.
Did one of you got one of the ancient chisels and one didn't? I can't remember.
I have the ancient chisel. That's why I'm like, how is she so much faster?
Don't ask me. I don't have anything other than that special on me.
Wait, you had an adamantite. I have
Have you pressed your control button, Jen?
Yeah.
Okay, then I don't know why.
Oh wait, you said adamantite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're using.
Wait, do you have an adamantite as well?
Yeah,
Yep.
I found a bunch
Mine
of
is
it.
orichalcum.
There should be there should be enough for you to make one yourself if you want to, Maya.
Well, how was I supposed to know that?
Check the bars chest.
I don't know what you get when I'm not here.
But what about you, Maya?
I don't know, maybe you have something that makes your strike speed faster. Maybe that increases mining power. I don't know.
Oh wait, you're wearing melee stuff, right? It might be increasing your melee speed.
I'm wearing summoner
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh.
But like your actual items, what do they do? Because I have a bunch that increases my damage and my movement speed.
I have damage and increased rain damage. I got damage. I got my pygmy that makes me summon. I got my defense and I got my melee speed.
There you go, melee speed.
Ah,
that's the one that increases.
There we go. We found it out.
Okay.
But if it's working, then.
And in that distraction, I got a head start.
Hey!
Nice.
So, Maya, what's your least favorite game?
Yeah. What's your least favorite game, Maya?
I don't know. Do I have one?
It's okay if you don't have one.
I'm just thinking, like, I'm not sure. Also, while I just quickly think, and
Played
people
up, Neff,
might
shut
give me
up! We
suggestions.
actually like that game.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know why,
great.
but he apparently hates it. I've tried to get him to play with me a
Really?
few times, but
Okay, but to be fair, I tried playing. What's the other one? The
Overcooked?
Overcooked. I did not like that one. Me and boyfriend fought over that one because we could not. We have two very different ways of thinking, and we couldn't get on the same level.
Suddenly become Gordon Ramsay. That means that you should be the one cooking, Neff. Just saying.
what he basically said to me was that everyone started yelling, commanding people around, and
But that's the
everything
fun
like that.
part!
I mean, if you're playing with people that are more chill, it doesn't even have to be like that. I mean, we yell at each other sometimes. That's also for comedic effect. It's not like it's a constant thing.
Yeah, but I
Also,
guess we
just
also see it as content, where if he's playing it just
exactly.
for him, it's not really content, it's just
Yeah, I could.
aggravation.
Yeah. If you can
We
handle.
definitely play some stuff up for content,
Yeah, we do. And it's great.
Yeah.
I do not hate Maya, okay? Maya does not hate me. We just like yelling at each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the fun part. And I like being the poor child that's stuck between the yelling parents. His mom and mom are fighting again.
But quick sidetrack to what Franca said here. About the Dota thing, he said, "Me, you should do this. Huh, just the thing next time, but no longer the ideal strat, or the window has passed and it fails." See?
we love to
At least
hate each other. Yes.
It's but what Franca said is so true though. Like, he would tell me to do something, and then I might become a bit spiteful or something because I'm like, it never works when I do the thing you told me to do, and then I do it when I'm not supposed to anymore, and then it fails, and I'm like,
God
yeah,
damn it.
see, what you told me to do was bad.
I have to go all the way down here with a key.
We don't
But
really
yeah,
need
no,
anything else
I
from
have
those
like,
anymore. The only good thing is money.
Yeah, I know, but it's in the way.
but yeah, I don't know if I really have like a least favorite game.
That's alright, man.
Yeah, that's
At
fine.
least nothing I can think of.
Oh, don't worry, it's alright if you can.
Yeah.
Listen, mine is just a skill issue for my least favorite.
Alright.
For favorite games, though, I do have another game besides Final Fantasy that's probably one of my favorite games, which I want to mention, which is Nier Automata. I really, really enjoyed that game.
I hated the fact that I had to play through it like, is it 6 times?
I don't think it's that bad, but yes, the first part when you're doing like what's it called, Route B, I think, where it's almost the same story for a long time, that's a bit more painful. Some of the other parts aren't exactly doing the same thing.
Because
But I still think it gave you a perspective that makes you appreciate other things more, but it was a bit of like a duller part of the game.
See,
But I don't know, I just really enjoyed it, and the
Yep.
music is so amazing.
which is all fair. The problem for me with it was I think I have a problem with like current ideas of a female protagonist. Like I can't because I disliked. Why is this wrong? Did I not type? Oh no, Jen. There we go. Is this still wrong?
No, that seemed to be 6.
Cause I couldn't play Horizon Zero Dawn because of Aloy. I cannot play that game. I dislike her view of her reasoning to do things. Is this 5 or is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 5.
No, I think
it is 5.
Is it?
I'll fix it. Don't worry. It's my fault. I cannot count.
But wait, isn't it 6 way at the top? Yeah, look, because if we're destroying this lane here.
Oh, okay. So it's Jen
Yeah,
that's off center, basically.
What do you mean? I started digging where I dug.
Don't worry, we'll fix it.
No.
I mean, it'll at least be 6 wide now,
Yes.
so.
But I just did like her motivation for doing things. So
Hmm.
it's the same thing I have with like. I cannot play The
And
Witcher.
that's kind of funny because I also enjoyed The Witcher a lot.
I cannot play that. I just can't. I tried so hard. But
Never.
I dislike the fact that as soon as I met an NPC, he was like, "Fuck you, asshole," and I was like, "Why? I didn't even do anything."
I gotta say, I don't think I've ever played a game where I just couldn't play it because of the protagonist, and then I'm like, no, I don't like GTA. I don't like any of them.
See,
It's
and
just not my game.
I can understand that because GTA is such a unique experience. I completed GTA 5 and played through it, and I have a big issue with Trevor, which is the insane person in that like trilogy. Oh, not trilogy,
Yeah.
in that game, and he is an insane person.
No, there's a glowing mushroom thing. I can't do it. I can't dig it.
And the
Oh.
same thing, like all the main characters and pretty much all. The only one that I could accept was San Andreas.
Okay, since I moved over, I'm digging the correct area
Yeah,
now.
it's all right. It's all
Okay.
right.
I'll go
Yeah.
back then and fix up the lane I normally do.
Yeah. Sorry.
Because
That's not good.
because the main character in San Andreas pretty much is sure he's been in prison, but he came out and tried to like get his life straightened out basically. But because people in his like neighborhood is assholes, he has to like do some shit and stuff like that. But I can understand why you do dislike that game.
I forget which one it was, but the one with Nico, I thought that one was kind of funny. I liked his cousin.
New Vice City. There it was.
Yeah, that one I didn't completely despise. That
No,
one
that's
was
also
funny.
a nice one. The ending is sad, but it's a nice
It
one.
is. Yeah, spoilers for anyone who didn't get to play that one or whatever. But in the end, you have to choose to either,
kill your
kill
wife
your
or
wife or kill your cousin who's
kill
been
your
there for you.
cousin. Yeah. So it's either
Yeah.
like the person who's been with you like all the time or the other person you see sometimes but is emotional damage for your main character.
Yeah, because it's your wife. You're
Yes.
getting married. It's on your wedding day. So either kill your best man or your wife.
So yeah, Franco said that for a time, Final Fantasy was probably my least favorite game, but more so because I really couldn't connect with the game pre-Heaven Sword, and yet it was the only best game to spend with my. Aww.
Yeah, I was really trying to get him into the game, but like themically and stuff, it's not really his cup of tea. But he's come around a lot more since then.
I found out recently that apparently people hated Stormblood.
Oh, you hadn't heard this?
No.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I can see what one of the complaints
slime?
people have
Slime.
made.
Well,
Slime
we don't
King.
have to go back
Chest
yet.
key.
It'll take a little bit.
I will
What are you
kill
talking
Slime.
about?
Slime
Oh.
King, boss.
Oh, you haven't done this one.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm only halfway through my tunnel. I'll just tunnel.
I just don't get it. I like the first, like the main reason apparently was the chaotic storyline, and I can somewhat understand that.
Yeah, it was kind of split into two, and I know a lot of people didn't like that very much. Because it was like going from one story to another story and all of that. But I don't know, I still really enjoyed the story.
Me too.
I think it might also just be because people had such high expectations of the Heavensward.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, no worries.
No worries.
I personally very much like all the chaotic stories because the whole thing that I disliked about Heavensward was it was so like one thing.
Yeah, it was quite different as well, you know, when you went to the east and with Megan and stuff. So you got kind of like very varied environments.
But I was so surprised that it was the least, like, it's a majority. It is voted as the least favorite, like, expansion.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently so is Shadow Walker.
Shadow Walker.
It,
You mean Shadowbringers?
Shadowbringer, sorry.
And Walker and Shadowbringers.
Yeah, and Walkers.
You mix them together.
I mix them together.
But yeah, it's a bit funny actually, because I saw a post on Twitter or something that was mentioning about the whole Stormblood thing. And there was a few people saying Shadowbringers then. I'm just like, what?
I don't get it
To be-
either.
To be fair, I will say that I do think Shadowbringers for me is the same as Pandaria, which is like, that was the point where I really, really got into the game.
I love Mr. Pandaria.
Yeah, it was definitely my favorite expansion. But I also think it's because, you know, how the expansion feels to you also has something to do with where your life is at that stage, you know?
Shit.
Perfect timing. I'm here.
Yeah, good. Where is it?
Oh, you summit.
Where is it?
Oh, you guys. I don't know, wait. You guys aren't part of Pink Team, by the way.
I don't know where it is.
I saw his health bar and then it immediately went away.
What? Okay. I have no idea where he spawned.
I guess just kill more, see if it spawns again?
Maybe?
Otherwise, I have discovered that there's an item actually you can craft to summon the King's Lion.
I know.
Yeah. Just gonna craft the item.
But isn't it supposed to be during the slime rain too?
Yep. I mean, it said in the chat even that it spawned.
Where the fuck did he spawn?
It's rather weird.
Alright, where's our ore?
In the ore's chest.
Yes, I
know. Okay, next question. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say what I was saying. Because, you know, Mr. Pandaria was when I really got into the game, and, you know, it was kind of like the point that changed my life and probably one of the expansions I played the most and everything. It holds like a special place in my heart because of that, and I think it's the same thing with Shadowbringers. Like, some people think the Endwalker story is better, which I feel like I can't say for sure yet, because, I don't know, like, it might,
I like the sour tone of Endwalker.
Oh, don't get me wrong, like, I loved it. I'm just not
I hate it! I dislike it! I hate the whole...
Wait, you don't like Endwalker?
Okay, no, okay. Endwalker in all, like, I can't... Okay, there is more positive points for me for Endwalker than there is negative. One of the negatives for me is the ending quest line. The whole... Sorry, spoilers, if you haven't, like, played Endwalkers, and it goes for you guys watching this on YouTube. Mute this for some minutes, I don't know. Because I can't do... I will make a facial expression on my model, okay? And I will say in the chat too. In the end quest line, your partners sacrifice themselves in a way
that part,
that makes you think that you are losing all of your partners legit forever.
The thing is, though, for me, I had that feeling of like, I don't think, like, they're gonna come back one way or another, so I wasn't
They build it up to that so hard.
Because I just felt like it was obvious we're not gonna lose them all. There's no fucking ways they're gonna get rid of, like, all their star characters that people love. Maybe, you know, losing one would make sense, but there's no way they're just gonna ditch them all.
Right, that's my point. If I could talk!
Sorry!
That they build it up as if you're losing your partners, but in the end, spoilers, you do not lose any of your partners in any kind of way. The thing that I hate is that Square Enix did not have the balls to actually say, okay, you're actually gonna lose them. So they are retconning.
I think that would be bad for the game, though.
I know.
But yeah, then you could have just not put it
you
in there.
could
That,
have just not
looked
have
like
done
memory
it.
stuff.
You could have
Yeah.
just not have done it, because in a way you could still have built it up as in, sorry, we need to stay behind, you have to do this. Because in the end, it will always be you as the warrior of light or darkness or whatever. That is the hero. So of course you are gonna be the one in the end killing the big bad guys.
I think the point was, the whole
Okay, come back home, guys.
triumphing over like the deepest. What? Come back up?
Yeah.
I'm already up.
We are here. Oh,
Where is he?
over here. Over here, this way.
Yeah, it's near me. But yeah, I think it was, they wanted you to be alone. I feel like everything is lost because it's the whole point of the expansion is kind of, triumphing over like the deepest
There we go.
despair.
Nice.
Who picked up his thing?
I got the relic.
Nice.
And then just staying behind isn't as deep of a despair.
Nope, not trash.
I just think it's unnecessary.
I get what you mean. Oh, what did Frank is saying? Actually, missing a few messages. Yeah.
Okay, Giga says that's how I felt about Garatir at the end of Shadowbringer. Was like, okay, cool, so nothing bad happened for us then. See, I both love and dislike the whole Garatir like thing, because if you haven't done like the what is that, the tower, Crystal Tower,
The Crystal Tower.
you had no idea who the fuck this is. And in that in that whole storyline, sure, he's like all eager to aid you and stuff like that, but the passion he has for you in freaking Shadowbringer, is so not there in that whole like scenario, because he is clearly in like some kind of like I love you type like thing, or like he's very much into you. Sorry, Jen has no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
I have no clue. I'm just gonna go back to digging.
Yes.
We still got 10 minutes.
And again, I have fallen in love with Gara now. Like I like his character. I like his character. But I don't know if I like the idea of him being the Crystal Guardian. I would have loved for that to be some kind of like, I would have loved for that to be his uncle, her uncle, the one who died, the one from the first game. Oh,
thank you, Kiza.
What the fuck is his name?
Not sure what you mean.
The old man, the first leader of the Scions. The one.
Oh, Louis War.
Yeah, Louis War. I would love to have for that to be like the counterpart for him, maybe, or something like that. That would have been amazing. That would have been so cool. But yeah. Sorry. Before we, Jenny's gonna leave soon. So what interested you in art and animation?
So, fun fact, the reason I decided I wanted to try and be an animator when I was a kid was because I watched the behind the scenes of the Shrek movie, Shrek 3 to be exact.
Nice.
I am not embarrassed about that at all. I am proud of that.
They are good. They are good movies.
Yes. Okay, everyone hated the third movie, but that honestly was my favorite as a kid.
It's decent.
Yeah, no, everyone hated it. They're like, oh, it's so bad, it's so awful, which, as an adult looking back on it, I can see why they complained about it. The main character was whiny. Some of the characters kind of acted out of character, but I don't care. I still see it through my nostalgia lens. Oh my goodness, I'm just falling. Like, just straight up falling down. Okay, there we go. It is a long fall.
So I haven't animated, but I've done art, and oh my god, this hole is big. The reason for me to start up doing art was because I was bored in school.
That's fair.
So I drew,
I
and
don't.
I found out very early that I was actually somewhat good at it. So I drew a lot of manga, and I had a friend at that point who was very into it, like drawing and manga and stuff like that. She's still doing art at the moment, and I think she's actually learning how to be an artist, as far as I know.
Yeah. I don't.
Um,
As like actually getting into art itself, I don't know what got me into it. Ever like from the time I can remember, I wanted to draw and I was drawing. So like that was just the Shrek thing just got me into animation, but art itself, no clue. I just always be drawing.
mm, what about you, Maya?
Uh, the thing that like really started to make me draw was actually funny enough, someone I met through WoW. That was before you guys. That was like when I was still just playing at my dad's place and everything. Um, and she really liked drawing and drew digitally and everything. And I just really, really admired her stuff back then. We're like, what? I was probably like around 11 back then or something.
Yeah.
Uh, and because I really admired her stuff so much, it made me want to start drawing, manga, anime style stuff. So I did. And then I drew a lot of that and drew a lot at school. Uh, and yeah, I guess that's basically what got me into it.
I find it so interesting. Most people get into it because of anime and manga and stuff like that. And mine was always cartoon. I never like up until I was like dating my current boyfriend, I never watched anime. It just
So,
wasn't for me.
mine were Western cartoons. So Tintin and Asterix and Obelix and ooh, I'm on fire. That's the comic books that I grew up with, basically. Which, uh, but I learned to draw by borrowing what's it called, how to draw anime from my
Aw.
from my friend and the library and stuff like that. Because funny enough, they don't really like make they didn't make books
No,
about
you know,
Western like comic books and stuff like that, which I found weird.
yeah. Um, what is it? How to animate? It's something like that. There's like a book that was recommended for us to buy, that taught you all of the fundamentals of animation, like the swash and stretch and all of that. Never bought it though. But so you know how I told you that I went to my friend's birthday party?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she actually got me a gift too because she didn't have any money when it was my birthday, and she's like, "I'll get you one. Just don't worry." I completely forgot. But she did get me a anime how to draw book because I've been trying to make my character more anime.
Oh, you're
You
calling
know,
the anime rude? No, we're losing her. No, it's fine. Don't worry.
more anime. It's just I want to be able to show off
It's
more
all
of
right.
my stuff, and I know more
It's
people want to
fine.
commission
I
anime.
know. I know. I know. I know. I know.
But yeah, but she got me two um anime how to draw anime books, and they're both really interesting.
Yeah.
Like uh some of it I'm like, okay, this is just fundamentals of drawing. I don't really need that. But other parts of it I'm like, oh, okay, that's actually like telling me about the structure and like proportions that people try and aim for with
Mhm.
anime specifically.
Mhm.
So I'm like, oh, neat. I don't know. I never really used those kinds of books growing up. I'm like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, but like it also came to a point when I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna draw shit and then I'm gonna figure it out myself.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with tutorial stuff. I just get so bored.
Which
So
is fair.
most of
I
my
don't know.
stuff is just like learning from, like, you know how if you're into something, you sometimes just kind of pick up on things.
Yes.
Like since I started trying to draw more semi-realistic stuff, I feel like, sometimes I look at something, I'm like, oh, I notice how these shadows are and how this cloth bends and stuff like that. And yeah, so like I can just, use all of that. I remember there was a period where sometimes when I was looking at my friend, I really noticed stuff about like face structure and stuff. It's just a bit funny how when you care about something, you start noticing these type of details.
Mm.
Yes, speaking kind of like that, I've ruined a lot of things for my boyfriend when it comes to animation and filmmaking because I was super into filmmaking and
Yeah.
there's certain tropes and certain things that they do in the shows now that he'll watch it and then he'll be like, "Wait, no, I see what they're doing with this because this, that, and the other." And I'm like, "Yep." And he's like, "No, it's breaking the immersion." And I'm like, "Uh-huh." Yeah.
Oh, I so get that. I so get that.
I am awful about it. Also, I am really bad at being able to tell twists before they're happening. We're watching a show that he's already watched, and in the first episode, he's like, "You've already guessed like 3 of the main
I
twists later. Like,
am
what is wrong with you?"
I am the
I'm like,
same, Jen, and that's mainly because I've watched so many fucking TV series through my whole life that I can predict, okay, that is the bad guy, he's doing this for that, and he is probably gonna not find him in this episode, so maybe this next episode. But he is very
yeah,
close to it. I don't say anything anymore. I used to discuss it with my mom all the time because she does the same thing. My dad hates it. So we
yeah,
are like we only do that when we are watching TV alone. So because we find it funny to predict ahead
yeah,
of time of like who's the bad guy and
yeah.
like who's
I
gonna
forget
die.
I forget the movie, but there was a movie where they're all playing like a game, and suddenly it becomes like actual murder or whatever. And there was a part where they were sitting at a table and all talking, and I'm like watching it, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna die. And my boyfriend's already seen the movie, and he just looks at me. He's like, wait, what? What? Why do you think he's gonna die? You know, just because it came out of nowhere. And I'm like, look behind him. He has 2 guns pointing at him from in the background. He's gonna die. That's a death flag. And he died. And not only
Nice.
that, he died
I
twice
mean,
because he
not nice,
faked a
but
death and then he came back and then he actually died.
Nice.
So the 2 guns had even more importance on him. But yeah, but I just, he thought that was so funny because I was like, yep, I know exactly what's happening with this guy.
We are
But
that
yeah,
kind
but
of women. We are that kind
yeah,
of
he
women.
hates it.
Oh
You
yes.
know, no, but I will say, I have, what is it called? I have face blindness, so I have trouble telling faces from each other, so
Mm,
watching some shows really sucks.
mm.
Because, it's like, oh no, generic white guy looks like generic white guy. Uh-oh, who's who? You know? And so I've picked up an uncanny ability to hear voices and recognize them from other
Oh
stuff.
yes.
And one time it was the person who voiced Deku, the Japanese voice actor who voices Deku.
Yeah.
I recognized him in another anime that was about cycling, like, biking and stuff.
Yes.
And I mentioned it to my boyfriend. I'm like, "Oh, they have the same voice actor." And he's like, "No. Stop. Now all I can see is Deku."
It's the same thing with the freaking like when I found out here when I was playing Diablo 4 beta with the freaking Laura Nier character was played by the same actor who voiced him in Diablo 3. He has such a
Mhm.
different voice. And I found out first of all it's the dude who voices the American version of Sasuke, by the way. He can
Okay,
do
okay, I know.
he can do gravelly. So gravelly, it's insane and also do that high pitch thing. And like, I don't know why this guy doesn't have some kind of Nobel Prize in voice acting. He is insane.
You know,
So
I will say I'm always impressed when a voice actor can hide their voice that
oh
I don't
yes,
recognize it. I'm like,
yes,
"Oh, you are good." Um, I can always tell when this one's obvious. Most people can, but I can always tell when oh shoot, what is her name? Timmy Turner, Twilight Sparkle, Tara Strong. I can always tell when she's in Sing 2, she had a single voice line, okay? and she was just someone who was putting a like cable on the back of someone. And as soon as I heard her voice, I'm like, oh, she's in this movie? Just because she has such a recognizable voice. But the one that I was proud of is, I don't know, have you guys seen Beastars or no?
Yeah.
Nope.
So the English voice actor for Haru, I was watching a completely other video that was talking about the weird world of sex education videos.
Yeah.
Okay? And as I was watching it, they switched to one lady and she starts talking and it hits me like a truck. I'm like, that's Haru. You know? And my boyfriend's like, no, it can't be. It's like, this is like from like, you know, like all the way back in the 80s and stuff. And it's like, there's no way that's her. And I did digging because she wasn't credited, but they used her first name. And when I did digging more, they had the same first name. It was the same voice actor, you know?
Well, they
And
gotta
he's like,
start
how
out.
did you tell?
You gotta start
It's
out
like,
somewhere.
yeah, yeah, but he's just like, how? How did you tell? And I'm like, it's
Power.
the same voice.
Oh, we
It's
need
the
to
same voice.
harvest those state blooms.
But she does have a very recognizable voice.
Sure, I didn't watch Beastars with English. I watched it with Japanese.
Yeah, we watched that one in English, but I watched Attack on Titan in Japanese, and I'm
Oh.
so glad I did. It's so good. But I'm thinking about rewatching it in English.
I need to watch that again. Like, I stopped, like, the same thing I did with One Piece. Like, I stopped at some point, and then it just moved on, and I came to a point, like, I need to rewatch the whole thing to understand what the fuck is going on.
If you want to rewatch that one, it's coming out like the very last part. They broke it up so dumbly. It was, what is it? Season 3 part 2 part 1 or something like that. It's like, why?
Yeah.
But no, part 3 part
I know what time it is.
we're
I'm
waiting
just
on.
waiting for Jen to say bye.
I know. I keep talking.
I'm sorry, but I actually have a thing I need to go to tonight.
Oh,
so
It's
you have a
alright.
thing? Okay. Then we go. I shut
All
up
right.
about Attack on Titan.
We can talk about Attack on Titan next week. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Just quickly, look at the map. How much we're still missing? We're not even like we're basically what, a fifth done. So yeah, we'll have a lot of these talking streams.
Indeed, guys.
I'm enjoying them.
God! Yeah,
I'm sorry,
really
Giga. We gotta end it.
God,
So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It helps out so much. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back with Terraria Tuesday next week.
Yep.
I will return tomorrow on YouTube. Guys, I will be streaming on YouTube tomorrow at 4 p.m. Spooky. So I will link that in the Discord for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.